Similar to project number one, I just wanted to create a module or a place for you to begin thinking about your final presentation package for this project. It's helpful to be thinking about these things earlier and how you might be able to begin kind of laying the groundwork before it's last minute and it's Tuesday evening and you're rushing to get things done. It's always helpful to have an orderly system and an orderly file structure and creating easy ways for you to compile this work ahead of time so that it's not catching up on you last minute. So we're a week ahead of when this project's actually due, this final presentation package is actually due, but helpful again to begin thinking about the work you might do ahead of time to make that final project presentation package that much easier. So this is just an overview of the project number two final presentation package. Like project number one, just sign off that you did this below, perhaps provide some additional context with some of the instructions. We'll go into it a little bit. So this is your final package. So there shouldn't be any incompleted work or incompleted examples here. This should be the final culmination of everything that you've done for project number two, is to compile your work from the previous 5 milestones. As we talked about, we've layered in new milestones, new deliverables for this project in way of IA mapping and the design system or style guide that you're creating. Weave those all together to tell a story of your efforts on this project. A good story plays a big role, as we've talked about, in the life of a UX designer, and in the presentation, it will serve as a great foundation for those job interviews, case studies, portfolio piece, etc. Leverage your previous work to craft a presentation that satisfies all the requirements here below. Definitely want to wish you all good luck. Great job on project number one, as final package, and so hopefully y'all are old pros at this too. Your final file type is going to be a PDF. It's going to be in that widescreen format, 1920 by 1080 wide, that kind of landscape view. Your file name is going to be project2 _ final _ your initials .pdf. So mine would be rsf.pdf. File should include highlights from your work from project number two, final visuals, and links to your final prototype from milestone number 5. So as you got peer feedback and feedback on your prototype, your link from InVision, any revisions or updates you need to make to that, make those and include that in your final presentation package for project number 2. So revisit also any work from previous milestones to include in your highlighted package. Think about the information that's provided below in the module this video sits in about creating case studies that could help push your work beyond just meeting these minimum requirements. Again, I think a lot of great examples and information shared in that pro tips video there. Your final project presentation should include the following. So it should include a title slide, introduction or overview of the project, any outcomes or your elevator pitch, summary statement, process examples like your mood board components, the IA map, wireframe, style guide components, the prototype example, and link to your final prototype in InVision. Also include any learnings and accomplishments, the top 3 things that are you're most proud of from this work, or the things that you learned, the things that kind of sell your work. Include that in your final presentation package as well. You're going to share your final PDF and the InVision link with 200 to 300 words explaining your outcomes from a project perspective and any key takeaways that you had. Again, remember to share your PDF and the InVision link. No late works accepted. That timestamp on your submission is going to be what's used to determine your submission when it was received. Don't edit your work after you've submitted it. That will show up as late work inside of Blackboard system. So anything submitted after that 11:59 p.m. deadline won't be accepted. And so please take this moment to maybe start thinking about your final, the other pieces of this that you've already created along the way. Begin to maybe take some time here and there over the next week or so to lay this out and begin kind of building your final presentation. So hopefully this was helpful. I just wanted to get you all thinking about this ahead of time, and we'll segue into project number 3, where we'll focus on personas and defining our audience and getting a little bit more context before we go into our design, and then walking through how to build an app, clickable app prototype in InVision as well. So hopefully this is helpful to begin getting you thinking about your final presentation package a week early. By the time this is all posted, these videos will be available to you. And so nothing holding you back from getting started early. So looking forward to seeing what you do for your final presentation here. and excited to see the progress you all have made. So hopefully this is helpful. I'll talk to you later. Thanks.